Okay, 7th graders, let's go through lesson 10.7, okay? This is going to be on your quiz on Friday. Lesson 10.7 is about the volume of cylinders and boxes, and what are known as rectangular prisms, okay? Stop. First of all, a cylinder, that's the one that at the top of the page that we're going to be talking about first, okay? The volume is always multiplying 3 dimensions. So it has to be the length and the width and the height of something. Or the area of the base, if we're talking about a cylinder, we're talking about a circle. This is the base of this cylinder, okay? So it has to be the area of the circle and then multiplied by the height. The area of the base times the height. So write that down first. For volume, the area of the base times the height. That works for any shape. Any 3-dimensional shape. That is a regular shape. The area of the base times the height. Volume is the area of the base of whatever object we're talking about times the height. Okay? Raise your hand, Grace. So that's what this B stands for, is the area of the base. This capital B in the first formula right here, V equals the capital B times H. That's referring to the area of the base. Okay? So in this case, we have to find the area of the circle that makes the base, and then multiply it by how high it is. What's the formula for circles? To find the area of a circle, what's the formula?
It is pi times radius squared.
Yeah, pi times radius squared. So the diameter is 28. Half of 28 is 14. So the radius is 14. And that's what this is showing right here. The radius is 1/2 the diameter. Okay? So they give you the diameter, the radius is 14. Radius is half of it. Then take 14, square that. 14 squared gives a times pi, times 3.14, gives us the area of the base. So that's this whole area. And then multiply it by the height to get how that, imagine that area being stacked up in layers. That's why we multiply it by the height. It's taking that circle and stacking it up in layers. Okay? And when you stack that up in to get a height, you get the volume of the object you're talking about. Okay? So, the area is 3.14 times 14 squared. That's the area of the base. And then multiply it by the height of 30. And you get 18,463 to the nearest unit. What is the label of volume? Volume is labeled differently than area because it's a 3rd dimension.
Cube.
So it's cubed, right. It's the number of cubes that fit into an object. The number of cubic units. The little cubes, like little dice. The number of those that you could put inside of something. Here's the dice. Okay. The number of these that fit into this cylinder is its volume. Okay? So if we take the area of the circle and multiply it by the height, we're finding the number of cubes that fit into it. That's why we label it in cubic units. Alright? Let's take the first one. Is 26 centimeters. Is that the diameter or the radius? That's the radius, yep. So we use radius squared times pi. Find the radius squared times pi in the first one. Because that's going to give us the area of the base of the cylinder. That's this base right here. What is 26 squared times 3.14? Put that into your calculator. 26 squared times 3.14. What is that?
2,123.
Okay, if you round it to the nearest unit, it's 2,123. Well, it says to the nearest unit, so if we round it to the nearest tenth, that would be okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That would be 22.6.
I'm sorry, I thought we were supposed to run to the nearest tenth.
Okay,
Stop going.
no problem. Whoops, 23. And then we have to multiply it by how high this is. How high is the cylinder?
3270.
Times 32. And that's 67,904 centimeters cubed.
How'd you get 900?
Yeah, 900.
I got 925.
Yeah, same. I got 936.
Oh, I'm sorry, I used 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used the 22.64.
I got 67,936.
So 936.
You didn't round that. You have to round it first though? Just be stupid.
Okay? Does everyone understand the procedure? Find the area of the base and then multiply it by the height. Now, what is the base of this unit? Is this the base? Can you find the area of the base of this line?
Yeah.
No, what other, there's no other dimension. This isn't a base that we can find the area of, okay? This is the cylinder tipped this way. So the base is actually on the side of it. All right, just like in our example. So we have to find the area of this piece using the circle formula and then multiply it by this dimension. Okay? How about in the prism? This is a rectangular prism. So the base is going to be a rectangle. Happens to be a square, right? What's the area of the base? 25. Yep. 5 by 5. So it's 25 times, what's the third dimension? What's the height?
12.
12. 25 times 12. And what is that?
300.
300. Very good. 300 feet cubed. Let's look at one more object. This is not a rectangular prism. What shape is it?
Triangular prism.
A what? Merlin?
It's a triangular prism.
Triangular prism. Yep. So we have to find the area of the base, and the base is a triangle. We have to use base times height divided by 2. 6 times 8 is 48, divided by 2 is 24, and then multiply it by the height. Times 18. make sure you always label volume in cubic units. Okay? On the back side, class, calm down. On the back side, they give you a couple of problems that it helps to draw out. Okay? So draw a little diagram of those in order to solve those. Any questions on finding volume?